On the news tonight, Electoral Act Amendment Bills, Nigerian Police Trust Fund repeal, and FCT 2026 budget scales third reading at the House of Representatives. Federal government flags off nationwide data verification aims at strengthening Nigerian revenue allocation system. A pleasant good evening to you and welcome to the 7 p.m. news coming to you from your heritage station. I am Fatima Hassan. The House of Representatives has passed key amendment bills on the Electoral Act and the Nigerian Police Trust Fund as a scaled third reading. It passed the 2026 budget of the Federal Capital Territory and its areas councils. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Wanko reports that the House reconsidered and passed the National Identity Management Commission Act Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2026. Its report.
Passed. The reports on the Electoral Act amendment bills for the provisional jurisdiction for pre-election matters to provide technology-driven modes for service of election petition and the Nigerian Police Trust Fund repeal and reenactment bill, having been considered and approved at previous sittings, have now been read a third time.
A bill for an act to amend Electoral Act 2026 to provide for the jurisdiction of pre-election matters and for related matters, third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Electoral Act 2026 to provide for the flexible, reliable, and technology-driven mode for service of election petition process and for related matters. Third reading.
Read the third time and passed.
The House passed 2.2 trillion naira 2026 budget of the Federal Capital Territory and its area council, as the report on the Niger Delta Development Commission on the 2026 budget of the NDDC of 1.7 trillion naira was approved.
1,741 billion is for capital project.
1,750 billion for Niger Delta Development Commission.
Representative Bukar Tarba raised concern over the need to resettle about 10,000 internally displaced persons of Marte taking refuge in Mongono local government area of Borno State.
Urge the Northeast Development Commission and Northeast Development Commission and to provide them with 10,000 tents for the returnees IDPs and also give them empower women and youth returning to Marte local government.
Defections continued on the floor, with Omar Ajilo moving from PDP to ADC, Mohammed El Rufai, APC to ADC, Suleiman Richifa, PDP to ADC, Abdul Hakim Kamilu Ado, ADC to NDC, Joshua Obika, APC to NDC, and Esosa Iyawe from APC to NDC. The House has adjourned to Tuesday, 2nd of June, 2026, for party primaries. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nkwo, Nta News.
Former President Goodluck Jonathan says he will embark on wider consultations to decide whether or not he will contest the 2027 presidential election. He disclosed this in Abuja while playing host to a political support group on the banner of the Coalition for Jonathan 2027. Timothy Yusuf reports.
This is the second visit of the Coalition for Jonathan 2027 to the former President Goodluck Jonathan in 1 month. They went with 3 major requests. 1, for former President Jonathan to make commitment to run the 2027 presidential election, to immediately pick a presidential nomination form of any political party of his choice to contest the election, pledging to join him, and lastly, to offer them the opportunity to again vote for him come 2027.
We, young, old girls and boys, men and women, are all here crying for a voice to say yes to our request. We are asking you, sir, to kindly make a commitment to run for the 2027 presidential election.
Former President Goodluck Jonathan thanked the coalition for their firm belief in the nation's democratic ideals and promised to embark on wider consultations with the broad spectrum of the society before conveying his resolutions to them.
Contesting presidency is not a computer game. I have heard from the young people. I will consult. I cannot just wake up and say I want to be the president of Nigeria again. But I'm telling you that I will consult. If there's need to, fine, I will.
The Coalition for Jonathan 2027 is to further relay the outcome of the former president's decision to the public. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The All Progressives Congress APC and its leaders have unanimously endorsed and announced Honorable Adetomiwa Adetilewa as the consensus candidate for the position of House of Representatives for Ijebu Central Federal Constituency. The event held at the GRA residence of the Chairman of Governor Advisory Council, Pa Oluneye Okuboyejo, on Wednesday, 6th of May, 2026. Also had in attendance the State Commissioner for Finance, Dapo Okubadejo, Ijebu Ode Local Government APC Chairman, Arowolo Adebola, and party executives in the local government. In his reaction to the development, in a statement signed by Honorable Adetomiwa Adetilewa himself, expressed profound gratitude to the leadership of the party, members and supporters for the confidence reposed in him. He particularly appreciated fellow aspirants who also showed interest in contesting for the same position, describing them as valuable stakeholders in the progress of the party. According to him, this is a victory for all of us. In this consensus, optioned by our party members, there is no victor and no vanquished. We are all winners. Honorable Adetomiwa, however, used the opportunity to invite those who aspired for this same position to join hands with him as we work together for the progress of our constituency and our great party. I assure everyone that I will carry all stakeholders and party leaders along in this journey. Honorable Adetilewa also extended his heartfelt appreciation to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his exemplary leadership and commitment to national development. He equally thanked the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, Ogun State APC leaders, party members, and supporters for their unwavering support and trust. The federal government has flagged off a nationwide data verification exercise aimed at strengthening Nigeria's revenue allocation system as Jigawa State intensifies efforts to align with evolving socio-economic realities. At the same time, the new leadership of the Federal University of Dutse is seeking strategic support to enhance institutional growth. Musa Mohammed reports.
A team from the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, led by Barrister Imo Ekpan, has commenced a nationwide data verification exercise in Jigawa State as part of efforts to ensure fairness and accuracy in revenue allocation across Nigeria. The exercise is designed to review and update existing data used in sharing national resources among federal, state, and local governments in line with current socio-economic realities. Barrister Ekpam noted that Nigeria's revenue allocation system has historically relied on established indices and proxies intended to promote equity. However, he emphasized that changing population dynamics, expanding infrastructure, and emerging developmental challenges make periodic data verification imperative. He added that the outcome of the exercise will have far-reaching implications for the Federation, particularly in ensuring a more equitable distribution of resources.
The ongoing review of the revenue allocation formula has reached an advanced stage, and it has become necessary to validate the integrity and accuracy of the data that will ultimately inform the distribution of revenue across the Federation.
Your work and activities reflects on every citizen of this country. Therefore, this is a commission that is expected to be led by people with integrity, honesty, and
Meanwhile, the Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University Dutse, Professor Ahmed Mohamed, has led members of the university's management team on a courtesy visit to Government House. The Vice-Chancellor disclosed that the institution currently has over 22,000 students, including about 8,000 female students, and outlined plans to build on past achievements to further reposition the university for excellence. Governor Namadi assured the university management of his administration's commitments to consider their request and provide the necessary support to enhance the institution's development. In Dutse, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
You are watching Nta Ijebu Ode at 7. We'll be going on a short break. Please stay with us.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Nigeria Television Authority, Nta Ijebu Ode Heritage Station. A station that updates you on latest information, news, people day-to-day activities. We promote Nigeria culture. We bring to you educative program and talk shows for young and old. We give you latest updates from the world of sports. We also bring to you updates from the entertainment world. We are the best among the rest. We are available on StarTimes Channel 103 and UHF 63.
Nta Ijebu Ode, your heritage station.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. Nigerian Navy officers of junior rank have undergone transformative training that blends tactical skill with ethics and human rights, preparing them to serve with excellence both at sea and on shore. Defense correspondent Nta Ijebu reports from the naval base Asokoro, Abuja. His report.
Drills and simulation are not the only things that the military is engaged in. Officers are often equipped with intellectual and mental capacity to carry out their duties. Through lectures from experts in different branches of the Nigerian military, these officers are learning that true strength does not lie only in strategy and firepower, but in integrity and responsibility.
Apart from the training learned from the Nigerian Defense Academy and also in the service, this training has actually boosted our knowledge.
So with these programs and many more, it's going to boost our intelligence, confidence and integrity in serving the Nigerian Navy and the military and Nigeria as a whole.
The Chief of Administration of the Nigerian Navy, in a message delivered by the Director Administration, emphasizes that the program goes far beyond the classroom.
Training on the field is also necessary to build the capacity of the young men, especially as the country is facing myriads of challenges. You know, there are some things you cannot be taught in the class.
What we expect from them after this is to deliver quality leadership at the tactical level. The stakes are high in view of the numerous security challenges across the country and even around the world.
These voices reflect a new generation of naval officers. Nta Ijebu, NTA News.
As activities marking the 2026 African Vaccination Week continue across the continent, stakeholders in Nigeria's immunization sector are intensifying efforts to boost vaccine demand and strengthen routine immunization coverage, especially in underserved communities. At a rally held in Abuja with the theme, "For every generation, vaccines work," the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and development partners emphasized the need for community-driven initiatives, stronger collaboration and sustained public engagement to tackle vaccine hesitancy and improve the country's health security. Oluseyi Adiabo files in the report.
As the saying goes, every long journey begins with a single step, and Nigeria's efforts to encourage the acceptance of vaccines and routine immunization are gradually yielding positive results. Amid ongoing public health challenges, messages displayed on the placards and branded materials at the rally highlighted the importance of routine immunization for children and the need for stronger community mobilization as vaccines remain critical to preventing disease outbreaks and improving public health outcomes.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as part of his renewed hope agenda and being implemented by the coordinating minister Mohammed Pate and the rest of us on the health team, is really driving to make sure that every child in Nigeria receives the vaccines that they need so that they are protected against childhood diseases. So we encourage every Nigerian to go to the nearest primary health center around them, to go to the nearest hospital around them and make sure their children are vaccinated. There are communities that are still significantly unreached, so we are appealing to our community leaders to understand that vaccines are safe.
For every generation, vaccines work. It remains with us because you get vaccines from when a child is born until when you are an adult. There are still vaccine preventable diseases that you need to be vaccinated against.
African Vaccination Week, observed annually, serves as a platform to reinforce the importance of vaccines in saving lives and to promote equitable access to immunization services for people of all ages across the continent.
Happy Vaccination Week!
In Abuja, Oluseyi Adiabo, NTA News.
Hundreds of Nigerian Muslims have begun to proceed to the holy city of Mecca ahead of full Hajj rites in the coming days. Correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports.
In line with the Hajj tradition, pilgrims are to leave the city of Medina after a few days of worship and supplication ahead of rigorous spiritual aspects of the Hajj exercise. Now, pilgrims from Oyo, Ogun, Nasarawa, Kogi, led by a few officials of NACON and that of other states' pilgrims boards, are now in Mecca, where arrangement is in top gear for their reception. Some pilgrims shared their Hajj experience in Medina and appreciated NACON and the federal government for the maximum support during their stay in the city of the Holy Prophet.
From what I experienced so far, I discovered that this masjid, Al-Masjid Al-Nabawi, is a masjid that signifies the unity of Islam.
I pray, may Allah bless Nigeria. May Allah bless Nigeria. May Allah strengthen Nigeria. May Allah give us peace.
The food very, very good. Accommodation is very, very good. Even they take care of, even those people who bring us come here, they take care of us very well.
Medina, fine. Medina, they shouting. Medina, dadani. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Modupalodolo.
So far, about 10,000 pilgrims have arrived in Saudi Arabia through various airline operators for this year's pilgrimage. From Medina, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
And that ends our English news for tonight. Join us tomorrow for more interesting stories. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye.